connected continuously when it is working in the farm. It should take its own decision. So cutting, picking, small operations like weeding, even spraying pesticides should be done by robot. And for the large farms, GPS based modules, if it is installed, then coordinated movements it can complete for various. Now, what is the difference between human or machine working and robot working? We can say that in conventional techniques, when human being is working in the field, he is totally dependent on laborers or workers or number of people working in the field, because it is old technology. Human have limitations. They cannot work in a hazardous environment. But what about robots? Robots can work in a continuous mode 24/7 time frame, whereas human need rest. Robots with small size builds, they can perform very nicely in the field. Robot can get details about crop, which is possible with the surveillance robot, so that various detection is possible about weeding, diseases, infections, conditions. Proper care can be taken in the field, and robot can help us for changing the scenario and increasing the possibility of good crop. These lightweight robots, compact robots, they are not disturbing soil as well. They are taking care of soil. So these robots are promising in various areas. So I would like to say types of robots and application robots are there. This topic goes hand in hand. Types are weed controlling robots, Demeter or harvesting robots, robot in horticulture, fruit picking robot, sheep shearing robot, or rice planting robot. These robots are being used for weeding, fertilizer, seeding, plowing, spraying, and I would like to present few modern robots also. We will be seeing video of modern robots right now, so that you will get idea of robots and automation, how it is being considered seriously for modern agricultural robotics. So let me show you one video. Just a minute. I need to change the sharing mode. Yeah. I hope you are able to see the screen now. Video screen is visible. Can somebody reply? Hello.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Thank you so much. This is Steward platform. It is also called as parallel robot. It is attached to the basic vehicle, which is lightweight, compact, and it is detecting weeds with a camera and picking up efficiently, removing it so that complete farm can be easy in operation, user friendly, and it is getting operated by using solar power energy. The second robot which we are seeing, it is for ground making operations. Again, this is robot which is operating with remote control. Wheel spacing is adjustable. It is completely autonomous. It is based on autonomous navigation. It is planning its own path with the help of GPS-based information. No soil compaction. This is another robot which is for fruit picking. This is a fruit picking operation. Smart gripper has been shown. It is working with a backup of vision sensor. It can work at a night time also. Then apple harvesting robot. This is image processing technique. How to detect proper fruit, understand and detect its health, and then choose it for further application, further sorting and keeping it safely. This is collaborative robot. Person can work with collaborative robot very safely. This is cucumber harvesting robot. It is collecting again different fruits. I'll try to skip some part which is not important. Okay, so fruits are getting collected properly. For here, this video I would like to stop and we'll go back to our types and application areas. So range of farming operations is increasing day by day. Let us start seeing each area separately. Very first area about weed control and targeted spraying robots. You can see in this slide, many different types of robots are there. Now, why I'm bringing this picture to you is just to show you variety of the robots for different types of farms, for different types of crops, for different types of soils. You can change the type of wheel, body structure, size of the robot, and you can complete the work. Different universities, different companies are developing different types of robot as per the need of the farmer. So spraying, weed controlling operations are being done efficiently. Similarly, this is another type of collection of all images for the surveillance robots, which are collecting the field data, and this data, which is important for further analysis or understanding the health of crop, can be a very useful for the farmer. These robots are equipped with good quality cameras. To what we should call it as a good quality camera? This camera should be either 2D or 3D cameras, but along with the backup of proper image processing and understanding the data captured. Then only the data becomes useful for the farmer, for the researcher to understand and work on that. This is another group where the harvesting robots for different types of fruits are shown. Right from Harvey robot of Queensland University up to UR5 Apple robot, which is basically developed by Universal Robotics for University of Sydney. Then apple catching robot by Washington State University. So these are the various types of robots. Basic arm can be different. Gripper can be different. But application wise, they are meant for single and similar uniform operation. That is fruit picking, fruit collection, or we can say the harvesting operations. So these robots are helping for operations. Demeter system, which was there in 97, it was meant for harvesting hundreds of acres of fields continuously. These types of with small wheels are expecting for large field applications. Just a minute. Yeah. This robot for weed control, it was developed in a Danish farm research authorities, and it is weed removing device. It is removing weed or destroying weed so that the crops that are grown in rows will be saved. This is a robot in horticulture. Robots in horticulture can be used in lawns to cut the grass. Fully charged robot for such type of operations can work typically for moving a land of bigger area. It is having a rechargeable battery backup. There is no need of any oil or gas to be filled or continuously supplied for the robot operation. Then there are robots which are very popular for fruit picking. Just now we have seen in the videos also. These robots can distinguish fruit and leaves and branches by using image processing softwares. Cameras are mounted near to the wrist portion, near to the gripper, which are detecting foods by knowing its color and pattern. So color detection and the size can tell us various properties of the fruit, which will be compared with the stored images, and then ripened fruits will be understood, captured, and then that fruit will be picked up for further processing. Now, even the allied industry like fisheries, shipping, or there also we require robots. Ship sharing robots are also becoming popular, and they are being referred for ship sharing processes. Rice planting, where various challenges are there. We are having watery fields, and human working is comparatively difficult because of the muddy area. Robot can help us a lot. These are all promising robots which I presented in front of you. Now, I would like to present what can be the future of agricultural robotics. Many people, many agricultural researchers, they are coming across these terms: precision agricultural techniques, futuristic farms, future farming. All these terms are becoming nowadays a buzzword in the research area. I would like to show you few videos which are supporting or explaining this concept in detail. So Smash Precision Agriculture by Myanmar, I would like to show here. So this Smash robot, we can see it is a basic vehicle with a robot arm. It works for precision agriculture, and it is said that it can work in a muddy area, particularly where human being work is impossible. And even for the larger farms, this continuously because of its continuous monitoring and power supply. This is about the Smash robot. And next is about smart fruit picker. Just now I showed you smart fruit pickers, but they are conventional one. They are backed up with the image processing devices. I would like to show you one more. Yeah. Mm, this is smart fruit picker. Why it is called smart? You will see that. This is sweeper robot. Its name is sweeper. So why it is smart? Because it is reducing the fruit spoilage, and you must have seen tiny saws which are cutting the fruits very safely and even collecting it at the same location. So sweeper is not a robot, but it is very smart fruit picker. See, various mechanisms are being implemented. For cotton picking, it is a different mechanism. For strawberries, for capsicum, for apple, it is different mechanism. But for tomato picking robot, they are using different mechanism. So as per the application, as per the quality of the crop, change in the gripper is essentially required. And it is a promising thing for all of us that agricultural robotics market will be reaching to $75 billion industry by 2025. Everywhere in the world, these robots, because they are working tirelessly, continuously, and that too precisely, they are very much, they are having a potential for being used for small farming also, as well as for medium farming. Okay, so this is about the smart fruit picker. Now, what about futuristic plant farms? Sorry, futuristic farms which need to feed the world. Population is increasing day by day. Collecting food, collecting crops from crop products from different areas, different corners of the country, and taking it to the end user is a challenging task. And for that, This is being done with the futuristic farms. So let me show you another concept in this future scope of my topic as a futuristic farms. So automation at different level is required. It is supported with greenhouse production. Farm may not be sufficient to cater the requirement ever increasing need of world. So how to take care of scarcity of water, scarcity of various pesticides, fertilizers, and that too human labors, which is becoming scarce. Now, this all is being taken greenhouse effect. Netherlands is showing a very good example of how they are improving it with the help of greenhouse projects. Okay, so this is about future farm. Of course, it is also having robotics into it for various operations. Now, next topic, it is about the high-tech examples. What are the different types of high-end technologies being used for improvising future of farming robots? So let me show you different robotic technologies which are being used for improving production, improving the efficiency of farming. This is gantry type robot. Gantry type robot is overhang robot, which is like a crane, and from it is working in a top down condition, and it is working efficiently for strawberry collection. It is taking care of not disturbing plant as well as picking up only ripened strawberries. This is again a smart robot which is going in a farm, and for the unwanted plants, it is using electrical spark generated because of electricity, and destroying it at that place itself. This is Nissan robot. So only one machine will be taking care of as well as weeding, as well as planting, as well as taking care of it with a proper water supply. this automatic milking can be very much helpful, and it will be decreasing the stresses in the with the cattle, and even it is making them comfortable for the hydroponic farming is another promising area, and for even hydroponic farming, this new range of robot is there.
Sir,
Hello.
hello.
Okay, so harvesting robot we have seen examples. I'll skip this portion. Now-
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are audible. I'm just concluding my session. So,
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
So material handling of task in the farming, and different types of robots are there. Then this is about so for the huge fields, these robots are being used. Now I'll stop over here by saying my concluding remark that it is robots are reducing human efforts and increasing the production. This is the simpler most conclusion which we all can draw. Second one is most important conclusion, that irrigation process is becoming efficient and it is reducing the wastage of water. Similarly, food safety is a top priority issue, and to use appropriate chemicals and pesticide is a big task in front of farmer. So that is being taken care by use of robot. Then various agricultural activities and processes, they are completed in time by maintaining the quality of the product and minimizing human efforts. Similarly, we can conclude that suitable weed, crop and pesticides will be taken into consideration, and it will be simplifying the agricultural process. So automation and IoT systems can make it more predictable farming, and it can provide different types of options and solutions for smart farming. So we can have all these conclusions, but at the same time, I must state over here that we should not expect fully automated farming in the future. Human monitoring is essentially required. So with this word, I would here for my presentation. I hand over to Shinde sir for further activities.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for being with us in the 11th. Our invitation, and in fact, you were very much busy, and despite of your hectic schedule, you have spared us your valuable time, and our entire participant delegates from different departments and faculties also from different departments are enlightened to such a exclusive videos, and the information that you have covered up, use of chemical pesticides, weed control, it may be a irrigation management system, water management system, or it may be a humanoid robot, and those all contentive information will extend to a mutual collaborative activities with NAHEP Center. I really thanks to you for being with us, and this information that we are going to extend into realistic by mutual collaboration with COEP and DNNKV. I am requesting you to please visit NAHEP Center physically, and we will have a one short workshop on this, so as the students from this campus, as they are inspired to make their own robots out of the different applications.
Thank you so much, sir, for those kind words. Thank you so much.
Very much, sir. Thank you for being with us.
Before start of the next session, I request Dr. Meenakshi Patil Madam, please welcome rapporteur of this session, Dr. M.C. Jagtap Madam, by offering bouquet. Now we move towards our last session, today's lecture series, recent advancement on using space technology for agriculture. Speaker of this session is Dr. Bimal Kumar Bhattacharya sir, Space Application Center, ISRO Ahmedabad, and rapporteur of this session is Dr. Meenakshi Patil Madam. I request, behalf of organizer, I like to warm welcome Dr. Bimal Bhattacharya sir, and request Sunita Pawar Madam to welcome rapporteur of this session, Dr. Meenakshi Patil Madam, by offering it.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Sir, can you share your presentation meanwhile?
Yeah, actually, you unshare first previous presentation.
Okay, sir. Okay.
I am not able to see the audience.
Okay, okay.
Before start the session, I take this opportunity to introduce the speaker of this session, Dr. Bimal Bhattacharya sir, associated with Space Application Center, ISRO Ahmedabad since 2000 as a scientist, SG and Group Director. He received his PhD MSc degree in Agriculture Physics from IARI New Delhi. He served as scientist at ICAR New Delhi also. He involved in developing satellite-based agromet products and their utilization in National Agromet Advisory Services in India. He is currently representative in CEOs for Land Surface Imaging. He is awarded by PR Pachoretis Award from Indian Society of Remote Sensing, Young Scientist Award from Japanese Space Agency. Also, he is a teaching faculty in UN-sponsored course on satellite meteorology and global climate under Center for Space Science Technology and Education for Asia Pacific. He has published more than 50 research papers in international and national journals. With this, I welcome Dr. Bimal Kumar Bhattacharya sir. Please deliver his lecture.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Some echo is coming from your side.
No, no. It is fine, sir.
Okay, and my presentation is visible?
Visible, sir.
Okay. Okay, let me start. Very good afternoon to all of you. And I must thank Dr. Kailash Dakore and VNKVB University for giving me this opportunity to share our experience, especially in Space Application Center and ISRO, for this training and international workshop. And I also convey my thanks and regards to Vice Chancellor of VNKVB and all other members who are organizing this workshop. So special thanks to all of them. Now, as this topic of this workshop is very apt in Indian conditions, that how digital technology can bring automation for agriculture. Now, I'll take you to the pathway of some recent initiatives which have been taken up by Government of India, and how we can be part of this. As you know that Government of India, Ministry of Agriculture is now putting a lot of emphasis on AgriStack project. So this AgriStack project is nothing but the digital agriculture. That means all farmlands will be marked with the digital land records, and with that digital, on the top of the digital land records, then all the information, data and technology will be implemented, and then it can be seen that how it can improve the agricultural production, agricultural productivity, and improves the livelihood of farmers, and it has lot of other related advantage or benefits, like doubling farmer incomes and all these things. Now in India, yes,
Slides are not on the.
no, I am on the first slide only.
Okay.
Yes. So I am just giving a background and introduction of the topic. So in India, the average landholding is actually about 1 hectare. So whatever technology you brings for the farmers, that should have some kind of cooperative way of using that technology. So in India, cooperative farming, except dairy, is not very prominent. But there are now growing demand from the, just 1 minute. Hello. हाँ बोलिए फटाफट, मैं मीटिंग में हूँ. हाँ बोलिए फटाफट. अच्छा, मैं आपके साथ बाद में बात करता हूँ. Sorry, actually I'm in the office, that's why some phone calls are coming in between. So then this, we have to understand that any technology we would like to implement at the large scale for the farmers adoption, it needs the cooperative farming, and the maybe it can be implemented through farmers producers organization or farmers producer company, like these sort of ventures where the large number of farmers should be associated with some interface, and it can be implemented through that. So when these approaches are have been taken up by Government of India, and also we have found that recently in different farming community, FPOs and FPCs are very active in using different technologies, especially to where the crops have demand related to the exports, like grapes and all. Like there are some success stories in Maharashtra. So we have to look that how further we can use the digital technology to improve their livelihood. So space technology is among one of the technology of the digital technology which can be useful for agriculture. So with that background and with these constraints of agriculture in India, keeping in mind of that, so we have to assess the whole things. Now, in Space Application Center, we have initiated one program. I should not tell that no initiated, it is almost 2.5 years over. This is called, the program name is called the Sufalam. So this is nothing but the space technology utilization for food security, agriculture assessment and monitoring. Then this Sufalam actually connects the three different type of users. One is for policymakers and one for industrial sector and another for farming community. So it engulfs starting from the field crops to horticulture, then advisories to the farmers, then water management issues, then dairy. So on the right hand side, if you see that we are actually developing technologies to derive the crop statistics in terms of area, production, price at district level, then state level, national level. So in that connection, we are providing the techniques to Ministry of Agriculture through their flagship programs called Fasal and Chaman. So Fasal are for field crops and Chaman is for horticultural crops. Apart from that, in the same Nahef Kast project, we are actually associated with Anand Agricultural University, and they have the International School of Business Management. They want the long-term area production and price at district level. Why? Because they would like to go for the price forecasting. Now, the conventional price forecasting uses some price data and other data sets for price forecasting. Now, gradually it is being realized that satellite data, and based on the satellite data, scientific assessment can be possible to provide this systematic long-term area production yield statistics, which can feed into the price forecasting. Now, who needs this information? So here, the users, primary users are the policymakers. Why they need it? For fixing the import-export policies at the national scale, and also to fix up the MSP or to regulate the price. So Kharif onion, every time we find that there is crisis during Kharif season regarding the escalation of the onion price, tomato price, like that. So this is a good application of the satellite remote sensing or space data for aiding to the price forecasting. We are in the research and development for this, but we are quite matured for providing the area and yield using satellite data at least district to state level under different field and field crops and horticulture crops. Now, next sector, if you see that we are currently involved in two very important programs, that is Fasal Bima Yojana, that is related to the settlement of crop insurance, and then farmer advisories. So in the farmer advisories, we have interacted with MOEs like Ministry of Earth Sciences and IMD. They are running the Gramin Krishi Mausam Seva. We have assessed that the most important advisories which are required are related to the pest and irrigation. So they are now giving the district to block level advisories to the farmers, and they have the network of agromet field units where I think BNKVB is also part. Just 1 minute. नहीं, मैं एक लेक्चर दे रहा हूँ. हाँ. So these advisories are actually needed for every 3 days interval. I'll give certain examples on that, how space data is helping. So, so these are targeted towards farmers to improve their management practices, so that they can save the input costs and also simultaneously improve the production or productivity. Now, another important part is the crop insurance. Here, actually, the GP level, Gram Panchayat level yield estimation is very much needed. Why it is needed? Because farmers used to claim against the crop insurance, and that regarding there are certain disputes which come up, and for yield disputes settlement or the claim settlement of the farmers, quicker assessment is needed, and that quicker assessment cannot come through always from the field-based survey or crop cutting experiments. So that crop cutting experiments, can we replace the crop cutting experiments based on the satellite data to provide the Gram Panchayat level yield? So that is the question. So we are working towards that. Certain successes have come, certain more work is needed for that also. And another aspect is that, suppose the surveys team has gone from State Department of Agriculture, always whether all CCEs are required, or whether we can cut some, we can make some reduction in crop cutting experiments, and so for reduction optimization of the number, the satellite data are very, very useful. Another important sector is the how we can facilitate the working or intra-trade or inter-state trade for the agro industries. So they should come to know that what is the raw material availability. Like examples, sugar industry. They would like to know that for each and every micro zones, how much cane will be available for crushing. And simultaneously, they can come to know from nearby sugar mill also, what is their availability. So if some excess is there, they can trade there, or they can send it to other states also. For dairy industry, they require the green fodder availability. Similarly, for the medicinal crops, like Ishabul, Ashwagandha, what is the potential zones for those kind of plants? So that also remote sensing can help. So with these aspects, covering these 3 pillars of the society related to agriculture, policy, industry, and farmers, we are working in the Supalam program. And there are a lot of institutes that are involved in this, not only ISRO. ISRO is collaborating with many institutes and universities. So we are executing this work. Now, what is the newer things we are trying in this program? So you know that crop area estimation is a very complex and big challenge, because suppose if you are trying to discriminate soybean crop or cotton crop with respect to other crops, you should come to know the precise signatures of those crops. Now, initially it happens that if people used to go to the field and some sample surveys have been done, and those latitude longitudes fed on the images, and the classification of image are made. But now, because of the introduction of the mobile and different apps, there are certain apps where through apps you can delineate some field boundaries through the sample surveys, and those field boundaries you can superimpose on image, and we can make the image segmentation, and based on the image segmentation and the ground truth. And nowadays, there is an increased availability of the satellite data. We can get the satellite data at 5 to 6 days interval at various resolutions. Some are in the open source data, some are not. And even we can get the 3 meter data at every day interval. So based on the image segmentation and machine learning, we can actually classify the crops. And these are some of the examples. That suppose we are interested in the cumin crop, which has the high export potential, especially in Gujarat and Rajasthan. castor crop and cotton crop, which are growing almost in the similar periods, but how the vegetation index from satellite data can well discriminate between these two crops from the cumin. So
Hello, sir. Sir is joining, sir, within 2 minutes. He was just disconnected due to network issue.
धीरज, हाँ नहीं, मैं एक लेक्चर दे रहा हूँ, मैं आपके साथ बात कर रहा हूँ। हाँ हाँ हाँ, मेरा तो अभी लगेगा आधा घंटा। हाँ ठीक ओके। हाँ ओके। हेलो हेलो,
You are audible. Just share your presentation.
I I am not able to share my screen.
Kalluji. Now, sir.
Just 1 minute.
Your host.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So using these temporal profiles, actually these based on artificial intelligence and machine learning, we are using for crop classification. And then you can see that how many number of crops can be classified, both using the optical remote sensing data, using vegetation indices and their profile, and also using the backscatter data from synthetic aperture radar. So these are actually being used for knowing the crop area. Now we have taken up the initiative with Amul, and they are interested for similarly fodder growing areas and the green fodder availability. So the green fodder production has two components again. Here green fodder area as well as green fodder yield. So currently we are little bit successful to assess the green fodder area. We are working in Anand region, Anand Milk Union, as well as Banaskata Milk Union. And the good thing is that Amul has established one remote sensing center for them to adopt this remote sensing based or satellite based data and technology and processing for fodder area assessment in Anand Milk Union region. So here we have transferred the technology, we have trained them, and Amul is doing by themselves. Now we are now working on the how to estimate the fodder yield, green fodder yield, especially for the Rabi fodder. And we simultaneously have taken up studies for the Kharif fodder using the synthetic aperture radar. On the right hand side, if you see that in Chaman program of the Ministry of Agriculture, we have carried out the work using very high resolution data for discriminating the different orchards of mango, citrus, banana at the country scale. This is one example that how we have mapped those orchards over Gujarat, and these maps are available in our geospatial portal called Vedas, and it has also different benefits like suppose there is a post harvest infrastructure suitability has to be established. So there you require this kind of map to know the what is the type of the availability of the raw material and how it can be more business friendly. So here we have made one standalone decision support system which actually exemplifies that how we can prioritize the zones of potato for cold storage using this decision support system. And then similarly, we are carrying out the work over Gujarat in pomegranate mapping. Though the horticulture orchards don't change much from one year to another year regarding their area. However, their conditions, their production yield basically change due to the changing weather conditions as well as with the aging. So horticultural yield modeling, especially orchard yield modeling, is a very, very challenging job using whatever technologies, using satellite technology or satellite plus ground-based technology. So this is a very challenging job, that whether we can predict the mango, how much mango will be produced this year based on certain techniques. So that is a very challenging work. Now, in the crop insurance program, as I have told, that we are engaged in we have developed certain technologies for smart sampling of these crop cutting experiments, where based on the yield proxies, the certain locations, primary locations are given for the state government agriculture department to go and locate the crop and also go for the crop cutting experiments. And the certain secondary and tertiary locations are also given based on the stratified random sampling. Here again, the crop map and the yield proxies on those crop maps are required. So we have successfully carried out this work, and we have developed these techniques and demonstrated for rice, wheat, then mustard, and different other crops. And for rice crop, Ministry of Agriculture is actually rolling out using this technology. Now, this another important thing is that, just a moment. Hello. Hello. So there are certain technologies which are required to provide the CCE based Gram Panchayat level yield, and these yield actually is required by the crop insurance companies as well as the State Department of Agriculture to settle the claims of the farmers for regarding the crop insurance. Now we have come up with a technology on the Google Earth Engine based applications, and here you can see that this is the snapshot of the prototype of the rice yield mapper, and this uses the open source satellite data, and it provides the crop map and the rice crop yield. This is an example over the Cuttack district of Orissa, and if I click it, it will give you the live session of that how yield is being generated based on the dry matter accumulation, and entire modeling has been done based on the Monteith light use efficiency approach. I think the agrometeorologists, most of them know this approach, and though this approach is simple, but for implementing at the spatial scale, you need to have the incident photosynthetically active radiation. You need to know the dates of the planting. You need to have the length of growing season, and then compute the dry matter accumulation for each fortnight interval, and then accumulate it, and then finally based on the harvest index you can get the yield. So this is showing the live session of Google Earth Engine applications that how we can come up with the mapping of this rice biomass. And here in the Google Earth Engine you can get the rice biomass inspector also to know that dry biomass yield at certain at different pixel levels. So based on that biomass you can come to this yield. Here this entire thing has been automated. So this way I can connect this today's workshop, that how automation can be brought in for the agricultural applications, and this is one such kind of automation through Google Earth Engine. So I encourage people more and more to learn about the cloud computation like the Google Earth Engine is providing. There are several other cloud computation tools through Amazon Web Service and different others. Even IBM is also coming up. So this way, I think we can take our processing, we can reduce the processing speed, we can come up with the more focused applications based on the needs of the society and the farmers. So this is one application on the Google Earth Engine for the rice mapping. Now, we have also used the high resolution data for sugar industry. This is Narmada River in Gujarat, and these yellow colors are shown the sugarcane fields, and each and every field are GPS marked, and the background is a LIS4 image of 5-meter resolution, and we could identify from the LIS4 data what is the fresh and ratoon crop, what is the health of sugarcane, and finally we have modeled the sugarcane based on the crop cutting experiment data, and we have micro level we could map the yield, and that actually based on the work and publication, and here also Dr. Dakore and team has tremendously helped us for carrying out this work in Maharashtra sugar mills also. And we have come up with a publication, and based on the publication, now the different geospatial companies have come up to expand this work to 13 sugar mills of Gujarat, and gradually, if they are successful in their business model and all this, they can scale it up for different, so that it can reach the benefits both to the farmers and as well as the sugar industries and as well as the geospatial industry. So this is how actually the satellite and the remote sensing data can help in India. Now we are also carrying out certain event-based work, like you know that every time during May and November, the coastal belts, especially Arabian Sea and in Bay of Bengal, witnessed the damage of the crops due to cyclones. Now we have assessed these damages for this Taukte cyclone over Gujarat in the last year, May, and immediately after that, the damage over West Bengal, Orissa, West Bengal, for based on the years. Here, both the cases, we found that low cost, high resolution data, satellite data, immediately after the cyclone or before cyclone and after cyclone are immediately required to give the assessment to the governments, so that they can secure the compensations for the farmers. But still our satellite data, though we are getting 5 day to 6 days interval, those are not enough. We need daily high resolution data. So for their constellations of satellite are very much required, and it is needed for both optical data and also the radar data, so that we can immediately here turnaround time, that the occurrence of the event to the damage assessment to give it to the government is very, very crucial. So if we delay for 15 days on 1 month, if we give this information after 1 month, that is of no use to the government. So, but we have developed techniques that we are able to use the vegetation index and the backscatter and their anomalies to come up with these sort of plots, and then based on the plots, low damage, moderate
Sir, you are not audible, sir. Yes, sir. Unmute yourself. Now you are audible. Your presentation is not visible. Yes, it's visible, sir.
resolution soil moisture, but it can provide you the soil moisture at 6 to 7 days interval, or even 20. But radiometer plus, so in our recently launched US product. So we are looking for precision agriculture is ready to adopt this precision agriculture. So there actually the role of space this ISRO will come. ISRO can bind the private sectors, agri startups, and other academia like ICAR, state agriculture university, NGOs, and different agricultural department. Here, when we are using different sources of data like space data, then drone data, then in situ data through IoT devices, so we will have the very big data. So big data churning, through how to churn it. So here the knowledge of artificial intelligence is very much required, and automation is the only solution through artificial intelligence possible. And here I just would like to show the example that this is the drone thermal imagery over Gujarat Mansa region at 6 centimeter resolution, and you can see that how one crop patch to another is differing in that crop temperature. And here you can very well mark that which is well watered, which is stressed, which is at harvest, and which is not harvest at green. So based on this data along with the RGB data, we have run the surface energy balance model. Then we have come up with the moisture availability based on the surface energy balance model and also the evapotranspiration. So these sort of things here you can see that even the moisture availability within the same field, there is a good availability as well as the bad availability. So within the same field itself, there is stress. So based on that availability, actually these need to be coupled with the space data, so that repetitive such kind of information is available for a farmland or a large group, so that you can precisely tell that which plots were and how much irrigation irrigation and fertilizer, soil nutrient, pest applications improve. What it will improve? It will improve the environment also. But here, strong producers organizations and farmers. Now I'll give you some useful products, example of useful agri operationally or through the automation. Because the theme of processing chain and through geophysical, and it goes to the, so this is using the insert 3D and 3DR, and this is one example of clear sky net radiation product. And here this net radiation product, it incorporates the land surface temperature, land surface albedo, then incident radiation. But whether did we use ever this clear sky net radiation for the crop yield modeling? No. So these are the some kind of new source of products which we should try for modeling the agricultural systems, or especially for the crop yield and their knowing their health conditions. Now, reference evapotranspiration is another product. I think these products are being disseminated through our Vedas Geo portal. Also, VNKVB are using for their advisories. We have used the daily incident solar radiation from Inset 3D along with the 5-kilometer weather forecast through a data fusion approach, and this product is automatically generated through the processing chain, and has been carried out at VNKVB with the VNKVB data, that how you can see that how these are matching, though this reference evapotranspiration is at 4-kilometer by 4-kilometer resolution. That means one grid cell is 16 square kilometer, whether this measured PET is actually from the in situ measurements. So there are some differences, but overall trend is matching of the high and low conditions. Now, using these satellite products, we are using not only the INSAT products, we are using several other products from other sources, and we are providing the value-added agrometeorological products like aridity index and predictive vegetation index maximum through GKMS under GKMS to hear how if we just analyze a region, see that anomaly rainfall behavior, how it led to farmers to shifting the sowing, prepone or postponing the sowing, those can be easily captured from this geo portal. And we are currently covering the more than 400 blocks and also 98 districts in India, and these are giving through the file transfer protocol an automated way the for each block the average is made and the data are put on the FTP server, and from the FTP server these AMFU focal points are actually get the access to the data in the comma separated file. So this is the full chain and the automation we are providing for the service of the GKMS. Now I'll go little more into the science of why I will be telling that surface energy balance and knowing surface energy balance at the crop fields, especially using the crop micrometeorological principles, are very much needed. And here you know that latent heat flux actually represent the evapotranspiration. So, and there are different models available like single source model, two source model. So I'm not going detail into that. And where you have to entirely solve the radiation as well as the surface energy balance to know the latent heat fluxes. And here some models like two source model is separately estimate soil evaporation and canopy transpiration, and also single source model it estimates the lumped latent heat fluxes based on the hot cold points or wet warm edges. There are other models also available like stick model, sparse model, Siebel model, metric model, which are being Alexi, so which are being used for knowing the evapotranspiration at the field scale. Now, where we have reached under Indian conditions, all my examples are with respect to India. So, actual evapotranspiration product actually we have started now providing through INSAT. Now it is at 4-kilometer evapotranspiration product, and we have tried also to estimate 1 kilometer ET from MODIS, and recently we have tried this our geostationary test satellite data are regular, but we have found that due to the course when we are compared with the in situ reach, we have come up to the accuracy of farmland. For that, what we have done, agricultural monitoring, they have come up with a set of remote satellite-based variables needed for the agricultural applications. And this is called the essential agricultural variables. And those agricultural variables are identified at the different time period and also different spatial resolution. So I am working with the GeoGLAM team as well as also the CEOS, that is Committee on Earth Observation System for Earth Observation Satellites. So with both the team, I am working to come up with the specifications towards essential agricultural variables. So in that essential agricultural variable, evapotranspiration at the farmland is one of the identified variable which is needed for the computation of the water budget at the farmland and to provide the precision level irrigation advisories to the farmers. Because India's water situation is very bad. India is at 54% of India is water stressed, and we are severely water stress condition, and so we have to revert back from that to the neutral water stress condition. Means there should be no water stress in India. So for that we have defined Trishna mission, thermal infrared imaging satellite for high resolution natural resource assessment. It will provide the thermal infrared as well as optical data, finally different products. Like evapotranspiration, it will provide at 3-day revisit period and 15.7 meter spatial resolution. Though the mission is in collaboration with the French Space Agency and ISRO, and this period but we have started our 11 bands, and the thermal that includes the optical infrared bands, and it will have the noon night overpasses. So based on the previous years of 10-15 years of experience through different experiments, and on the French side and Indian side, so we have come up with this specification. At least these mission, if it comes, it will help a lot to Indian as well as global community, because in India there is no agriculture water policy. Farmers use water indiscriminately, and as a result of that, water is high rate of water consumption in agriculture, but agriculture productivity is 4 times less than China. So to evaluate, monitor, and also to improve the agricultural water productivity, this mission primary goal is to frequent monitoring of farmland water budget and the optimized irrigation. So Trishna mission will be a very challenging thing and mission, and it will provide certain products which will be directly beneficial for the farming community and also the researchers. So with that, I end. I hope that it gives you a lot of enjoyment, and you may ask certain questions if you feel. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for introducing these satellite products, because these are the what we say, unhidden information that SUs are not able to listen. But anyhow, you are approaching all SUs in the country, and we are disseminating these products through our GKMS project also. And definitely this type of last Trishna mission is useful for us to know the farm budget, water budget at the farm level. So for the valedictory function, sir, we will start around 4:15 to 4:20, sir. So we have a 15 minutes break.
Thank you.
And then we will start, sir.
Sorry for the interruptions in between, but I cannot avoid this.
Yes, sir. No problem.
না স্যার একদম ভালো হয়ে গেছে আই এম ডক্টর গোপাল সিন্ধে প্রিন্সিপাল ইনভেস্টিগেটর and I really appreciate that yesterday we also had a speech from ISRO Professor Nigam sir, and today we have a opportunistic this moment, but I invite you to our National Agriculture Higher Education Project established at Vasantrao Naik Marathwada Agriculture University, Parbhani. So I invite you, sir, to please visit our center. We have a robotic lab, drone lab, and then automatic guided vehicle lab, CAD/CAM lab, and it is a good opportunity for us being with ISRO organization, as our Honorable Vice Chancellor sir is interested to make a MOU, and we have a PG PhD students and researcher faculty who will join these activities. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. ठीक आहे सरांना सांगा धीरे सरांना ड्युटी लावा येताना घेऊन या सरांना
झालं का ते? तुम्ही येते काय मला चेहरा दिसत नाही, उजळ असतं ना समोर असं लाईट असेल. हा काय काय पेढे खात नाही मी कधी पेढे. कुठं झाली गोष्टी, कुठं झाली गोळी? तुम्ही गोळीगाव जातो ना पोलीस होता? ठीक आहे ना, गोळीगाव जवळच आहे. बरोबर, स्वारला पण मागणी होती तुमची, मला जवळ असू दे, इथून अपडाऊन करताय का? ठीक. सर नमस्कार आणि वेलकम. डॉन बोलतोय.
हा नमस्कार. नमस्कार.
तुम्ही शिकागोहून जॉईन झाला त्याच्याबद्दल मला विशेष आनंद आहे.
थँक्यू.
पण 24 विल बी मिसिंग यू. 24 पुण्याला एक हे आहे ना आपलं गेट टुगेदर.
हो त्या दिवशी नसेल बी.
त्या दिवशी विल बी मिसिंग यू व्हेरी मच.
येस येस.
येतो मी आता ऑफलाईन म्हणून तिकडे जातोय हॉलमध्ये. मी आता सध्या कॅबिन मधून बोलवलं तिकडे जातोय.
ओके ओके. हो 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 भेटू.
त्याची बायको आणि त्याची बायको एवढंच माहिती नाही कधी आपल्याला असं म्हणल्यावर किती राग येतो. त्याची बायको नाव छान आहे. नाव काय ठेवलं लाग देतात.
तुम्हाला कोण कारभार केला आणि आमचं पाहून दिसतो कशाला त्याच्यात काय करा सबब सोबत आहे ना, सोबत वरील लिहिले ना त्याच्या सोबत जोडलेल्या वरील संदर्भीय पत्राचे अवलोकन करून असं सबब सोबत जोडलेल्या
Vasantrao Naik, Marathwada Krishi Vidyapit Pervani. I welcome President of today's function, Dr. Ashok Dhawan sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Vasantrao Naik, Marathwada Krishi Vidyapit Pervani. Honorable guest, Dr. V.M. Mahendra sir, former Vice Chancellor, Dr. Panjabrao Deshmukh, Krishi Vidyapit Akola. Respected Dr. Vimal Kumar Bhattacharya, Group Director, Space Application Center, ISRO, Ahmedabad. Respected Dr. Alok Kanti Dev, Professor, IIT Kharagpur. Our beloved Director of Instruction and Dean, Dr. D.N. Gokhale, Director of Research, Dr. D.P. Vaskar, Dr. D.B. Devsarkar, Director of Extension, Dr. D.R. Kadam, Registrar, V.N. MKV Parvani, Principal Investigator, Dr. G.U. Shinde, Organizing Secretary, Dr. K.K. Dakore, Associate Dean, Dr. U.M. Khorke, College of Agricultural Engineering and Technology, Dr. R.P. Kadam, Nodal Officer, Thane, and my dear students. At the outset, may I request Dr. G.U. Shinde, Principal Investigator, Mahe, to welcome Dr. Ashok Dhawan sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Vasantrao Naik, Marathwada Krishi Vidyapit Pervani, with a bouquet, shawl, and a moment. Thank you, sir. May I request Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Ashok Dhawan sir to felicitate Dr. Alok Kanti Dev, Professor of a prestigious institute, IIT Kharagpur, with a shawl, bouquet, and moment. I also heartily welcome Honorable Dr. V.M. Mahendra sir, Dr. Vimal Kumar Bhattacharya, ISRO Ahmedabad, who have joined this scientist galaxy virtually. Now, may I request Dr. K.K. Dakure to present the workshop outcome report. May I request Dr. G.U. Shinde to welcome with a bouquet Dr. U.M. Khorke sir. Dr. K.K. Dakure, please.
Good afternoon to all. Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. A. Dhawan sir, for today's chief guest, Dr. D.M. Mahendra sir, Dr. Vimal Kumar Bhattacharya sir, guest of honor, James sir, Dr. Vimal Khorke sir, Dr. Umar sir, my dear friends, colleagues, and dear students. So from last 3 days, we have just an international workshop. On day first, we have the 4 speakers. And Dr. Rahul Lingam sir, Chief from Space Application Center, is Ahmedabad. He was delivered his talk on advanced space testing and automation for sustainable agriculture growth and development. During his talk, he emphasizes how the satellite product, insect 3D, and other oceans and products are useful for agriculture. Similarly, we have emphasis on the how the downscale products, like earlier we have the 30-meter or 50-meter products. Now we are getting the that this products have the 25 meters, high moisture, PET, AET. So these products we have explored in front of our student community and the faculty. Then the second speaker, he was from the University of Maryland, Dr. Babu Muthure. He was given talk on the regional Earth system prediction for the smart agriculture. Generally, the smart agriculture major factor is the weather or climate. So how to alter the climate? So he has emphasized and you are just given the especially climate change impact, need to address this issue using the various digital tools available. And he has extended another issue, that the water quality, how to improve the water quality and water efficiency in the agriculture sector. Then another presentation, it was different from the Indian Institute of Science and Global, Dr. Anand Vishnu Sharma, and he has given talk on digital soil management. So decision support system is playing a very crucial role because real-time management is required. So he has given so many decision tools like the management for the citrus management of sustainability, nutrient management, open of trenches in alternative area, test for forecasting models, water development in watershed area, determination of physical properties of soil, soil health management. So all these have been addressed within the decision support system tools. So this was the first day presentations from the different corners of the science. So second day we have the sixth presentation, and very first presentation was given by the Dr. Aditya Singh from the University of Florida, USA. He was the master presentation presenter on the application of AI technique, artificial intelligence automation technique for agriculture operations. So he given the what is the need of this AI technique, because we know the work is very robust in the agriculture sector. We can minimize the injuries to the workers by using or implementing the AI techniques, and we can have a decision for application of various practices just like chemical fertilizers, pesticides, nutrient management, even application of drone for the precision agriculture, monitor the stresses, avoiding stresses. Even he was shown some examples at how this project was managed using the robots. Then the next presentation on same day was given by Dr. Manoj Parekh from the Washington State University, Pullman, Washington. The topic was future agriculture, AI and robotics, spatial crops. He has also given the role of agriculture as artificial intelligence, because in Washington, Pullman, they have a robot how to pick the apples, how to identify the ripen or what is this water apples, and they have the techniques how to extend certain of these robots for our region, so particularly for the horticulture crops with pomegranate and other crops. He has emphasized that understand the local market, and you need to implement these techniques where the farmers are cultivating the horticulture crops. Then next presentation was given by Dr. Kannan Swami on the future advanced planning on digital technologies for agriculture, soil and water resources. So water is the major issue nowadays. As we know, the water quality is deteriorating, and we need to address the pure water for the agriculture purpose as well as for other purposes. He also given how is our policies, research policies are helpful. Groundwater mapping is very essential, and this policy was helpful for crop insurance, malaria, etc. And we need to identify the water zones in the country. Accordingly, we can implement the different policies for the government sector who can help with these different practices. The next presenter was from the ICR Institute, Indian Institute of Science Station, Hyderabad, Dr. Bajendra. He was a principal scientist in soil science, and he delivered his talk on digital soil health management. So again, he has some digital tools. He was came with so many gadgets. So real-time application of these gadgets, we can know the life requirement of soil health management, chlorophyll estimation, irrigation optimization, synthetic efficiency detection technology, nutrient management in hydroponic system, application of FPK sensor for using dermatic technology. So he has given some examples. So our PG student can just take their research work in similar fashion. After that, we have another presentation for the food technology students. That is atomization of electromagnetic energy assisted post-harvest processing machinery. And it was delivered by Dr. Pratap Sudhar from the NIT Rourkela, Odisha. He again given the importance of the food industry, as they have just formulated the course of their own university campus, and accordingly, and they have just implemented it at their department. So the food industry students students from campus, they get the opportunity. So we need to address this issue. We have to think on that basis. We have to give the our curriculum should be addressed like that. Then again, he has given most important thing that electromagnetic energy in post-harvest processing machinery is highly essential to have quality, quantity, and cost management. Then thereafter, another presentation was given from ITSAT, Dr. Uma Muling and Pranay Panjala. Monitoring croplands using remote sensing data, machine learning algorithms for improving agriculture productivity. Up till now, we have seen that either satellite data or the drone data, but we can implement the artificial intelligence technique in the satellite data. We have the variety of data for long years. We have the data. How can these data can be implemented for the real-time analysis? Because we get the real-time information. So particularly cropping pattern, land area, land use changes, crop intensity, to monitor the various stresses. So these things he was explained, and why it is necessary, because we need the crop insurance. Various schemes are running at the central and state government level, so we need to address this issue and on the real-time basis. Then last day 3, we have one first presentation from the University of Florida, Dr. Vivek Sharma, and topic was agriculture water management technology, research and extension opportunities from field to legal scale. Again, this Vivek Sharma has given very good example that fresh water resources is a pressure for all of us to know the surface as well as the groundwater, because water is contaminated day by day. So we need to develop the precision irrigation technologies, linking of climate, soil, water, crop database, and addressing agriculture related issues on both field and research level. After that, second presenter was from our IIT Kharagpur college partner, Dr. T.K. Bhattacharya sir. He has given presentation on the sensors for smart farming. So during this presentation, Dr. T.K. Bhattacharya sir has given so many sensors, how they can do the real time addressing the issues just like nitrogen, phosphorus, or potassium. These things we need to know at the time of sowing. So if we can implement, we can just think on that direction. We should know the real time nutrient content in the site, and accordingly we can give the input from the farmer side. So really appreciable, sir. Your research has given some new arena in agriculture sector, because we are giving the advisories and we give this type of real time information. Then after Bhattacharya sir, we have the presentation from IIT Kharagpur. Dr. A.K. Dev sir was here. So he has given this talk on the modeling and control of UAVs. So he was a master in the UAVs, and we have visited his lab also. So you have given the most important thing, that because we are new in this drone technology. So how to know the precise information, how the drones are moving. Suppose drones are moving from one location to another location, and after the battery is low. So we need to know the what is the exact location second time. You are given very nicely how to know the basic things, because these engineering students, they are very much know the basic things how to implement in the drone technology. Secondly, how the drones are having the difficulties in just extending the battery life, because right now we have a 50-minute drone. So we have discussed about the how to enhance the drone capacity or by half an hour and more. Then after that, we have another presentation from Dr. Owen. He is from Aurangabad Agriculture Robotics Technology, and he has shown most of the things on the both used for harvesting, field control, seeding robot, horticulture robot, fertilizer robot, fruit picking robot, in vegetables also, and horticulture also. He has shown some videos. Really, that can be that some type of robots can be developed with the collaboration with the Dr. Owen Institute. And last presentation was from the Vinod Bhattacharya, the group director of Space Application Center. He has given 3 products as the Krishna Mission. Is Krishna Mission, what they are addressing, they are just knowing the farm level water budget. So they are taking care of individual farmers to know the what is the water budget. So accordingly, we can give the irrigation advisory. Secondly, he has again given some micrometeorological products. They are available, and we can implement these products in our at the farm level to solve the issues, because these products are very much essential in the semi-arid tracts of India. So this much presentation, total 15 presentation was concerned, and our students, more than 40 students were present, and few are from online mode they have joined this event. I congratulate to all the students and faculty members to join and have just another feast during the last 3 days. And this is all from presentation side. Thank you very much, madam.
Now we will have the participants' feedback about the international workshop. First, Ms. Priyanka Patil, MSc student, Department of Meteorology. Ms. Priyanka Patil. The next students are requested to be prepared. Dr. G.N. Gote, Assistant Professor, Department of Agriculture Meteorology.
Or you can come to the dais also.
I'm Priyanka Patil from Agriculture Meteorology Department. I am connected with NAHEC when my research was started. I use the different instruments like spectroradiometer, then multispectral camera, then drone, jackal in my field. And I also attend the different training programs like Python training, and now this international workshop, which entitled with advanced digital technologies for agriculture automation. I gain the information like what to do for the smart agriculture, climate smart agriculture, then what to do for the soil management, soil health management, etc. But one thing that the content was somewhat difficult to understand, but overall it was nice. Thank you. Faculty from Dr. G.N. Gote.
Workshop. So, the uses of gold, how acquire the data from the sensors, and how to manage and how to assess the data. The workshop is multidisciplinary. Multidisciplinary workshop. In this workshop, kids, students have to teach more, and also faculty members have more to after the application of the environmental tools. How to assess the data which are collected from different sensors, with these spectral signatures. On the basis of the spectral signature, you have to identify the different crops, different species, then also you have to assess the water test, and you have to prepare different images to field techniques, and also the utilization of the drone in agriculture fields. How do we handle to farmer to collect and research collect the data and how it's work. Very excellent workshop. My colleague Now, also that's the more on the scientists. The most of the scientists from abroad, national and international scientists have from there and number of but for youth knowledge to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now from virtual participants, I request Mr. Mohammed Danish, Sam, Indian Bottom University, Allahabad. Mr. Mohammed Danish.
Hello, Mr. Mohammed. Please unmute yourself.
Next, Dr. Sanjay Chauhan, plant physiologist, Benguria, Kabul University. Oh, next, Ms. Akanta Paul, Sam Hinning Bottom University, Allahabad.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Please go on. Hakantapar, please go on.
Next one, Ms. Shweta Rolke, MIT School of Food Technology, Pune. Okay. Next, the participant from this workshop, Mr. Hemant Rupanwar, PhD scholar, post-harvest technology.
Very good evening to all. I am Hemant Kumar Rupanwar, PhD student from Agriculture Process Engineering, College of Agricultural Engineering and Technology, Vasanta Naik Maharaja Technical. During this serious workshop, I totally enjoyed this workshop, and I learned a lot of things in a comfortable environment. Our speakers are very positive. Their teaching skills, their knowledge and experience was amazing. Especially financial assumptions, very inspirational and motivational. Because the food given during this workshop, the qualities and amount was very nice for this
May I request the dignitaries on the dais to distribute the certificates to the representative participants. Ms. Jyoti Motakalukula, Department of Horticulture. Participants, they are requested to approach fast. Next, Ms. Radhika Kunur. Next, Dr. Vaishnavi Magar. Be in readiness. Next participant, Ms. Radhika Kunur. PG student from Department of Entomology. Dr. Vaishnavi Magar, Teaching Associate, Department of Horticulture. Mr. Swapnil Wagmare, PhD Scholar from Dairy Science. Ms. Shrita Gandhi, Department of Agronomy. Thank you, sir. Now I request Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Ashok Dhawan sir to present the certificate of resource person to Dr. A.K. Dev, IIT Kharagpur. Thank you, sir. Now we would turn to the chief guest address. Former Vice Chancellor Dr. Punjabrao Deshmukh Krishi Vidyapith Akola. He bagged his doctorate degree in agricultural engineering from IIT Kharagpur, PG degree from Chibi Pant University of Agriculture and Technology Pantnagar, and UG from PKV Akola. Additionally, he was Vice Chancellor of Mahsu Nagpur University. He headed many institutes, Zonal Coordinator Krishi Vigyan Kendra 5th Zone, Head Division of Natural Resource Management, Central Research Institute of Thailand Agriculture Krida, Hyderabad, Principal Scientist, Agricultural Engineering ICRISAT, Hyderabad, Assistant Agricultural Engineering Bias. He completed successfully many projects. Among them are Indo-US Network Project in 7 states, NATP Mission Mode Network Project in 10 states for the agricultural mechanization. To his list, the professional awards are Rafi Ahmed Pirwai Award, ISAE Gold Medal Award, WhatsApp Award, Devon Mehta Award, SP Gold Medal Award, Best Invention Award, Best Product Invention Award, Best Product Fellow Award, Honorary Rank of Colonel Commandment, Emeritus Engineering Award for 2 times, and he was assigned with many memberships to the various bodies and honored with various degrees. Sir, he has one more very popular patent to his credit, that is BBF planter, broad bed furrow planter. Today's buzzword for rainfed farming, which has increased 20% of productivity of rainfed crops, and he also developed 17 farm implement technologies, 13 farm implement technologies in the PDKV Akola, and many more. In public-private partnership initiatives, Dr. PDKV and JK Seeds Hyderabad for research on development of BT cotton varieties resulted in bringing up promising Deshi BG2 cotton variety. Then we are lucky enough to have sir with us today in this international workshop to listen him, who is having very vast experience, an iconic figure, Dr. Honorable Mahendev sir. I request Dr. Mahendev sir, former Vice Chancellor, Dr. PDKV Akola, to address the scientists on this virtual platform, please.
Thank you, madam. Am I audible to all? Am I audible? Can you confirm that I am audible? Okay. So I believe that I am audible to all and you are able to listen to me. Chairman of today's valedictory function, Dr. Ashok G. Dhawan, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Vasantrao Naik, Marathwada Krishi Vidyapit, Parbhani. Today's chief guest, Dr. Bimal Bhattacharya, Group Director, SAC, ISRO, Ahmedabad. Dr. Alok Dev, scientist from IIT Kharagpur. Other dignitaries of the university, Dr. Vaskar, Dr. Gokhale, Dr. Devsarkar, whether they are present there or not, I do not know. But Dr. Khodke is visible here to me. Dr. Shinde, who is principal investigator of this project. All participants, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for inviting me to join this valedictory function. I am presently located at Chicago, USA, and Dr. Shinde called me yesterday and said that this is a program organized by university and you are requested to join us. So I agreed, and although it was inconvenient for me yesterday, but I agreed that I have to get up early in the morning and start the session. There's no problem. It is always my pleasure to be associated with Vasantrao Naik Marathwada Agriculture University. I am alumni of the university. I did my first graduation from College of Agriculture, Parbhani, and university now is celebrating its golden jubilee. Very glorious 50 years of university. I think contribution of the university is well known. It's very, very prestigious university in the state and country. The Marathwada region and farmers of the Marathwada region have benefited after university formation. University has released large number of varieties and contributed by providing good quality seed to the farmers of the region. Specifically, initially when the Green Revolution was on, I think sorghum variety CSH1 and CSH5, later on pigeon pea varieties and cotton varieties, many more varieties have been given. Good number of agriculture implements are developed by the university. Horticulture and many other revolution in the region. University has key role to play, and I compliment Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Dhawan, who is sitting Vice Chancellor during the Golden Jubilee celebrations. I also compliment all the past Vice Chancellors, faculty of the university, staff of the university, and also all those who were associated with the university for last 50 years to bring this university to this level. I'm fortunate that at least I'm able to associate with you at least for one occasion, this occasion. So I was very eager to join this program during Golden Jubilee year. So thank you very much, Dr. Shinde, for inviting me, and Dr. Dhawan sir giving me an opportunity to participate in this program, valedictory program. This is a center of excellence in advancement of digital technology, application of digital technology in agriculture is a crown in the university's cap. NAHEP program has been implemented in the country, and university got this project on a merit basis and doing very good work under this project. Although physically I could not come and visit the project because of last couple of years difficulties. I wanted to be there physically, but I could not. Probably after next 6 months or so, after August, I will probably come and visit the center. I'm very happy today that this program of international workshop on digital advanced technology for agricultural automation is organized by the university and by the Center of Excellence today. The reason is we have been struggling for last few years to break the barrier of our crop productivity. We have stagnated at some level. All the improved varieties with all the management practices, coupled with the many other reasons and calamities, that we are not able to improve our productivity, per unit productivity. In addition, we have impact of climate change, degraded resources like soil and water. Because of all several reasons, our productivity is not growing, whereas our population is growing very fast, and probably in future we may have to face the problem of food security also. So other thing is that agriculture is passing through a very critical stage now. Agriculture has to transform into a new age agriculture. Basic reason is agriculture is continuously fragmenting, and almost close to 90% farmers are small farmers and marginal farmers. So how to sustain in agriculture, how to increase the productivity, availability of human labor in agriculture has become a very serious problem. So everyone is talking about the mechanized agriculture now. So mechanized agriculture is alone not going to solve the problem now hereafter. I think we'll have to go for some advanced technologies whereby less dependence on human labor, more precision in agriculture has to be brought in. So new technologies tried elsewhere in the world, probably United States, some of the European countries, Australia, they are ahead of us. They have been trying digital technologies for last several years and continuously undertaking research at several universities. I think I'm very happy to see the list of topics and participant speakers in this workshop from various knowledge partners like IIT Kharagpur. I think Dr. Deb is present here, from ISRO, from University of Florida, from Washington State University, from Indian Institute of Soil Science, IARI, several institutes, I think renowned institutes in the country. They have delivered lectures during this 3-day workshop, and I'm sure the participants are benefited by the advanced knowledge in the topic. However, this has to be taken forward. India is slightly behind schedule to start digital agriculture. We are still talking about natural farming and paramparik kheti and all those things. But although those things are also important for sustainable soil health and sustainable agriculture growth, green energy, clean food, healthy food, etc., we are talking about, that's important. But simultaneously, to facilitate productivity in agriculture, I think we have to go for additional resources, like additional technological interventions, like digital technologies available abundantly now. I think every other sector has adopted a digital technology. I think agriculture has to really go ahead. Agriculture, overall, applications of digital technology, electronics technology in agriculture is lagging behind as far as our Indian conditions are concerned. However, I think the NAHEP project is cap in the feeder. They want to develop new human resource in the country who can be trained in digital technology so that we are not behind the world. A specific requirement of our country is that how to sustain small farms, how to make small farm profitable by digitizing agriculture, digitizing small farms in the country. because this fragmentation and defragmentation is probably not possible in near future. But the world has shown, although we cannot take world program as it is and adopt in our country because the land holdings across the globe, including Europe and United States, are very large. It is very easy to digitize and mechanize those farms. However, under Indian conditions, we are struggling to automate the small farms. Automation is very difficult because of the uh, financial power of the farmers, because of the uh, poor resources. So, digital solutions like everything automated, small automated machines, if they are made available, probably small farms can become more easier to operate, more profitable. This is what we expect in near future that we will achieve. In the meantime, Government of India also realized that uh, without digitization, agriculture productivity cannot be increased and farms cannot be brought under cultivation. From agriculture may not sustain without digitization hereafter. Our food security also will be endangered because of the uh, uh, low productivity. So digital agriculture mission launched by Government of India during 2021, lasting for next 5 years, uh, is promoting and supporting the application of artificial intelligence in agriculture, blockchain technology, remote sensing and GIS technologies, use of drones and robots in agriculture. I think that's where the Vasantrao Naik Marathwada Krishi Vidyapith is playing very vital role, pivotal role in application of these technologies and bringing in this world-class technologies in the university campus and trying to standardize them and make it available to the farmers in near future. So in years to come, some of the digital technologies which are very, very popularly used elsewhere in other fields have to be brought in agriculture. Because agriculture value chain has to be transformed into a more automation, and every stage of value chain automation is required. So artificial intelligence, machine learning, algorithms, development of algorithms for different operations, big data collection, big data acquisition, and big data analysis, then blockchain, IoT, these are going to be buzzwords, and we all have to get acquainted with these digital technologies in years to come. And this kind of workshops, more and more workshops, more participants from across the country and across the globe will have to be developed. So human resource development is a key in taking ahead any technologies, new technologies. So digital agriculture is a new for us, all of us, but I think such programs for 3 days, 4 days, 1 week, and more people becoming aware and more scientists getting trained under this program will really help us in going closer and closer to seeing the digital technology in the field. Government of India always trying to say that some of the private initiatives in this field. And I'm happy that ICR organized hackathon sometimes earlier, and lot of private engineering colleges participated. More than 100 technologies by the students of engineering, private engineering colleges, pure engineering colleges were attempted to be applied in agriculture, specifically the pest control, precision fertilizer application, mm, uh, precision in agriculture operations, harvesting, etc. Especially onion harvesting was tried at Rahuri. So lot of new thinking, new gadgets came in, new concept came in. So I think likewise, the present day, some of the private industries also are entering into the agriculture. For example, Cisco has developed an agriculture digital infrastructure for big data pool in agriculture. So most of the times, actually, we are very poor in our data acquisition and maintaining the data set. So as long as we do not have data, probably we will not be able to analyze and come to a conclusion and make the decisions. How will make decisions without data? So I think data acquisition is one of the things. I think some of the private industries, geo agriculture platform is intervening in digitization of agri ecosystem for digitizing entire value chain in agriculture. Similarly, IPC through its e-Chopper platform is also trying to give a site-specific advisory to the farmers. So these are digital interventions by private partners. Then Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare have very successfully launched an ENAM, National Agriculture Market, electronic network of National Agriculture Market, and they are connecting market committees throughout the country, whereby farmers can sell the produce sitting at their home and probably in the market committee anywhere in the country. Another successful initiative was a direct benefit transfer to the farmers. So these are two government initiatives totally digitized, and at a recent times we are also digitizing land records in the country. And almost now Satbara, etc., are to be available on the probably website, and we can just take a copy of Satbara. Don't have to go to a Talati and other places. So digitization is taking place in other fields, including agriculture, and that is why Minister of Farmers Welfare, Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare has a plan to have an agri-stack, whereby unified platform for providing end-to-end solutions in agriculture is created. So this kind of approaches of Government of India and support of Government of India is next 5 years, I think we will have a great achievement and great leap forward as far as digital agriculture is concerned. Now in agriculture universities, I think we have been focusing predominantly on production agriculture. I think we have enough production agriculture technologies now. We'll have to concentrate on now post-production agriculture, agriculture value chains, and all the linkages required for agriculture value chains to be addressed through education in the university. And higher education has to be transformed. New education policy has envisages that there has to be now not specialized universities, but multidisciplinary integrated universities in the country. I have Banaras Hindu University is one example where I can see all the faculties are in the campus. And similarly, ICAR has appointed a committee of looking at how national agriculture policy can be implemented in agriculture universities, and the recommendation of the committee indicate that all agriculture universities also have to transform into a multidisciplinary university. Multidisciplinary does not mean that only the agriculture topics, but the pure engineering disciplines like computer science, electronics, other disciplines like even commerce, arts, etc. Everything part of the agriculture now. We'll have to have a combined because agriculture is not only a science but also art, commerce, business, and management. So all the disciplines have to be a part of agriculture, and therefore, in year to come, we'll have to really consider enhancing, creating new departments of artificial intelligence, electronics, digital technology, etc. in the universities. So I am sure that in years to come, all agriculture universities will transform into a multidisciplinary universities, whereby all other faculty which support the agriculture will come into picture. So in few years ahead, actually, all our faculty members, all especially the engineering applications, artificial intelligence, machine learning, development of algorithms, collection of large data and the big data analysis, application of blockchain technologies. Blockchain technologies are very commonly, very popularly applied in the cryptocurrency nowadays and even the share market. But I think blockchain technology in agriculture, which creates a very, very tamper-proof and precise data about agriculture without any interventions and very, very transparent data set. So black application of blockchain technology has to be brought in agriculture. So overall, the digital agriculture, we have just begun. And the university has taken initiative to take up this current program, whereby at least some 200 plus scientists and students are being trained in, or at least made aware about what is the advancement in this field globally and what we should do in our country. So all those who have trained today here, last 3 days program, after going back, I think should not forget that they have really taken a training on digital agriculture and should start working on these aspects gradually. By implementing this kind of digital agriculture, we are definitely going to address the productivity, enhancement of productivity issue. We will be able to lower the production cost in agriculture. We will be able to inhibit degradation of resources like soil and water. Less and less input application. You can save on chemical applications, fertilizers, and control effectively by early diagnosis of pests and diseases, and control effectively the plant from the diseases and pests. Restore the soil health and soil quality for better productivity. Precision use of water resource for agriculture. So all this together, wherever feasible, I think every aspect of agriculture requires a digital technology now. And integrating agriculture production with consumer demand is possible through the digital technologies only. Right now, we just keep on production. We do not know what consumer needs, but consumer needs a cheaper food, and we need better price for our produce. Farmers need better price for the produce. So to get a better price for the produce, lowering production cost through digital technology, enhancing productivity will help. And consumer, you can tune your production to your consumer needs, and a complete value chain from production to consumption has to be addressed by digital technology, so that I think our agriculture becomes very smooth going, and universities in the country has to transform now in that fashion, so that we are not lagging behind the world and we do not get stagnated in our research and in our agriculture. Agriculture is very challenging today. Agriculture is under distress. This has to be transformed. Several steps have been taken by the government of India. We ourselves have to tune our research programs in a fashion that agriculture works for enhancement of farmers' income. There are different modes of agriculture. All those modes are relevant, and that those have to be tried in agriculture. But the new facet in all the operational agriculture is the digital technology. It becomes a key for future agriculture. So I am sure that through this program, all the participants benefited, university faculty, and all those who have given the advanced knowledge to the faculty deserve the compliments from various universities. Even some of the participants globally were there to deliver the lectures to the students. And I feel that more and more programs of this kind should be organized under this Center of Excellence. I compliment university authorities for organizing this program, and thank Honorable Vice Chancellor for inviting me to on this very, very auspicious occasion. Especially, I'm happy to be part of this program, especially because I could not physically participate on any of the Golden Jubilee events organized by the university. But before Golden Jubilee year closes by 18th May, I got this opportunity to participate in this program, and I am thankful to all of you. So thank you very much once again to all of you, and my best wishes to all the participants and faculty of the university. Thank you very much.
Thanks, sir. Thanks for the inspiring words. I request Dr. K.K. Dakore, Organizing Secretary, to welcome Dr. Dheeraj Kadam, Registrar, Vasantrao Naik Marathwada Krishi Vidyapith Parvati, by offering support. Thank you, sir. Now, our next renowned guest is associated with ISRO Ahmedabad since 2000 as scientist. He received his PhD and MSc degree in agriculture physics from a well-known institute, Indian Agricultural Research Institute, IARI, New Delhi. He served as a scientist in the Indian Council of Agricultural Research, has been working in different scientific capacities at Space Application Center, ISRO, Ahmedabad, Gujarat. He is involved in developing satellite-based agromet products and their utilization in National Agromet Advisory Services in India. He is in development of satellite-based surface energy balance models with remote sensing data from a suite of Indian geostationary sensors. He led an ISRO Geosphere Biosphere program on energy and mass exchange in vegetative systems. He is the teaching faculty in UN-sponsored course on satellite meteorology and global climate under Center for Space Sciences, Technology and Education for Asia Pacific, and recipient of many awards and published many more research papers in peer-reviewed and international as well as national journals. May I request today's chief guest, Dr. Bimal Kumar Bhattacharya, scientist, ISRO, Ahmedabad, for addressing the August gathering online board. Dr. Bimal Kumar Bhattacharya, sir, please.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I am very much thankful to VNKVB, especially Dr. Kailash Dakore and Honorable Vice Chancellor. Respected dignitaries on the dais and my beloved participants in this international workshop. Actually, this workshop is being organized at the right time when Government of India is also looking for the options for digital agricultural technologies which can be implementable or adaptable by the farmers. So since I belong to the space community, so I find that there are enormous scope using the space technology because it has certain advantages. First of all, that it gives you the periodic data sets at systematic interval, and gradually we are getting a lot of data which are of high resolution in nature. And there are a lot of scope for research also to play with the data. I should say that data science in agriculture is a very relatively unexplored field for the researchers. So gradually, I look forward to have some training programs organized especially either in VNKVB or in Space Application Center on this particular topic, that how data science can be more adaptable to the agricultural community, especially researchers. Now, in the digital agriculture, as rightly pointed out by my previous speaker, that we have achieved sufficient production. Now we look forward to the value chain, both in the forward direction and in the backward linkages also. But apart from that, one thing we have to understand, that if we compare ourselves as with respect to different other countries, our agricultural productivity in general is very, very low as compared to China, as compared to Australia, as compared to US. That means they produce much more with less amount of inputs and causing less harm for the environment. So how to improve the agricultural productivity, and it has two components, that one is physical productivity and one is the economic productivity, and both are linked. If you convert the physical productivity into the economic productivity, so definitely it will go in favor of farmers' benefits. So the digital agriculture is the whole aim actually, and the concept has come from the doubling of the farmers' income in future. So we have to address in those kind of technologies which will be of low cost, and as well as that will help in improving the production per unit area for different crops. As I have told that ISRO is going to launch the global synthetic aperture radar, advanced radar, that is called that NISAR, NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar. It will provide the Kharif season data in the Kharif season in the radar electromagnetic domain, especially in L band and S band, and that is primarily focused to the apart from different applications. Agriculture is also one of the major applications for providing the surface soil moisture repeatedly, and also to have the crop biomass. In addition to that, we are linked up with the French Space Commission to come up with the advanced space mission, which is called the Trishna mission, to have the thermal infrared high resolution data along with the optical data, which are missing actually, though we get it from Landsat and other data set, but it will provide 3 days at 57-meter resolution, which is actually very advanced kind of sensing and data sets. But while we'll be getting NISAR data in within 1 or 2 years after launch. However, the Trishna mission will take some time, but we have to prepare. We have to prepare in terms of our research, in terms of our solutions. So there, ISRO is looking forward to the greater collaboration with different state agriculture universities, ICR centers, and in that case, I think BNKVB actually plays a very important role, because it is situated in the semi-arid tract of India. So where water stress and it's related to nutrient stress and other factors play a very, very important role. So to address the water security in agriculture, water quality in agriculture, this Trishna mission will be of beneficial. So combining this NISAR and Trishna mission, and there will be some many follow-on missions, satellite missions in future. So we should be capable of harnessing those data sets, and through modeling perspectives and using the AI ML technologies, we should come up with the solutions that should be industry friendly, farmers friendly, and ultimately that should lead to the improvement in the productivity and the doubling of the farmers' income. So I look forward to greater collaboration with VNKVB in near future. So with that, I thanks a lot to the organizers And heartfelt thanks to Dr. Kailash Dakot. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Our next eminent scientist has received his UG degree in electrical engineering from Bengal Engineering College, Calcutta University, Howrah, MTech and PhD degrees from IIT Delhi. He is currently an associate professor with the Department of Electrical Engineering, IIT Kharagpur, having expertise in electrical technology, embedded systems, control system engineering, estimation of signals and systems, intelligent control, industrial automation and control theory and digital signal processing. He is mentor to the Kharagpur Robo Soccer Students Group, coordinator of the workshop, embedded and reconfigurable computing for control and signal processing and ceilings, embedded design flow. He also worked with the Center for Soft Computing Research, Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata, as an engineer with Kolkata Electrical Supply Corporation Limited, Kolkata, involved in commissioning, maintenance, and condition monitoring of turbine generator sets of various ratings. He received many awards on Neural Network Society, Computational Intelligence, published several papers in international journals and international conferences. Last but most important, he is the holder of patent, state estimation, diagnosis and control using equivalent time sampling. Now, I request Dr. Alok Kantidev, Professor, Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, to address the gathering. Please, sir.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir. The PI of the program. I have the Dr. other people in the dais, other professors of Vasantrao Naik, Baroda, so already I gave a lecture today, and I've been fortunate to come to this international workshop on advanced digital technologies on agricultural automation. And I could listen to some of the speakers today, and I saw their program. It was filled with the galaxy of speakers of different diverse domains on digital technologies. In agriculture, many of the topics, I am also learning. And indeed, I saw that there were very eminent speakers, and I think the students which get maximum benefited by attending this high quality program for 3 days, listening to the speakers, even foreign speakers, and this hybrid mode has actually made it possible to. It has come as a boon in another way. Many times they may not be ideally normal. Most of them do not have been possible at all to come. And this time, just for this talk, I think more lectures, made it happen. And we should not derive benefit from this workshop. Listening to the different technologies, and this will be held regularly once in a year. It's sponsored by the World Bank. So it is indeed an opportunity to the students, and also Vasantrao University collaboration with the different IITs, IIT, and some more universities in the pipeline, and as knowledge partners, we should explore that facility. Visit the knowledge partner institutes, get exposure to the topics on which you don't get exposure here, and eventually, imbibing new knowledge and implementing in your project work, research. Because this is an age of interdisciplinary science, all of us need multiple domains, new software, new hardware, new technology that come, which has been learned and then implemented. So this World Bank project ideally gives you an opportunity. A lot of funding is coming along with it, a lot of infrastructure, a lot of collaboration. When visits are being supported, stay is supported. Once these things are already getting normal after this pandemic, so more such activities are being planned by Professor Singh, rather than such activities here, than such activities in the knowledge partner centers, where the participants will go and attend the workshop, get some hands-on exposure. So I want to extend my talk, but I hope that all of you have benefited a lot from this 3-day international workshop. Many things, at least new terms you have understood, we have seen some new applications, many new technologies in this domain, and as we mentioned that India is not is lagging actually in agricultural technology compared to other countries. So a sustained effort may actually make the country go ahead and become at par with the other developed countries in the development in agricultural technology. And I hope in a few years, once this sustained effort is continued, this university may one day become a technology hub of digital technologies in agriculture. And I wish that it happens, but this young group pursuing and taking funds, we are contacting different people of diverse domains, establishing MOUs and all. It's really happening.
Thank you, sir. Dynamic personality, command of multiple languages, Dr. Ashok Dhawan, sir, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Vasantrao Naik, Marathwada Krishna Vidyapith, Albany, for presidential remarks.
Only one person can understand. The most respected chief guest for this military address, to whom we have just listened, our esteemed Vice Chancellor and my own mentor, Dr. B.M. Mahinde Sahab. In fact, I was amazed to see him on the screen exactly from the other part of the globe, and he has taken all the trouble to be with us, although it was an odd hour in Chicago. In fact, it was my strong desire that at least we should invite him on my note at least once during my tenure as a Vice Chancellor, but it could not happen because of his departure to the US. Anyway, I am very glad to see you, sir. We have another guest from online mode, Dr. Bimala from Ahmedabad, who is also kind enough to address our gathering. Just now we have listened our country from the dais, my colleagues, Mukherjee, Dr. Gopal Sinte, Dr. Kailash Dakole, other colleagues, dear participants, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I compliment the organizer for this event because perhaps it is the first event And of course, it was in a hybrid mode. But after Corona, I remember the first international conference when just the Corona was struck our country, and the rumors were there, and all those traffics were getting closed, and we were here on a totally offline mode for the event. And after that, I think after a gap of 2.5 years, we are here on hybrid mode. And I believe that even after the post-Corona phase, the organization of this event, like in a hybrid mode, will be a new normal. And it's very easy also. The technology is there at our doorstep to make use of this hybrid mode, and we can make sure that the persons from different parts of the country, not only from the different parts of the country, but the different parts of the globe, we can invite and bring them on the common platform. And this is what has happened during the last 3 days. When Professor Kailash Bakure was giving a detailed account of the deliberations during the last 3 days, I was very happy to know that the scientists from the diverse backgrounds, sitting in the different parts of the globe, working in the different laboratories and the different institutions, they were here to address our students, give their presentations. You know, one of the very important mandate of the Day-3 project is the capacity building of our young scientists. Because we are entering into a very exciting field of digital farming. What has been done in the past, what we have learned in the past, what we have been doing in the past is something which is bound to become a part of the history. But now, along with those ways and means of course curricular delivery, now we have to make use of the digital technology to make sure that the same kind of the course curriculum we can deliver through online and offline. And now with the passing of years, the boundaries between the not only from the different faculties, but different subjects within the faculties are getting diffused. And there is a lot of common ground for exchange of ideas, thoughts, technologies, and that is what I am observing here. Also, students, they are doing their postgraduate studies in the different subject specialists. But every one of them is required to get acquainted with the digital technology and how best we can enrich their own respective field of specialization. So, these technologies are touching almost every gamut of life. And within the agricultural and allied subjects, whether it's a climate-related issues are there, whether it's a surveillance and monitoring of the natural resources, whether it is a handling of post-harvest farm produce, automation, taking to the industry, value addition, whatever may be, but everywhere the digital input has to be there, and it is in this context the organization of this kind of seminar. Because we have dealt with varieties of topics delivered by different specialists from different countries. And in years to come, apart from design and development of digital tools and technologies, we are equally giving emphasis in capacity building of our students, and particularly I appeal to the young faculty. Unless and until you yourselves with this technology will be left behind, and the student will go ahead. In fact, their hunger for knowledge is so tremendous that you will have to work around the clock and 7 days a week. Therefore, you will be able to pick up the things and will be able to deliver the things as per the expectations of our young friends. And it is in this context I appeal to everyone that take whatever may be the efforts are possible. So equip yourselves with these technologies, and I'm sure that in days to come, through NAHEL, we'll be able to organize this kind of events very oftenly. Because during Corona also, we did not get quiet. 30 plus various programs were organized on the 100% online mode because of the pandemic situation. But now things have improved, and I think we have options to go for online, offline, hybrid, or whatever it may be. But make sure that every one of you, whatever may be your field of specialization, whatever may be the subject of your postgraduate studies, every one of you required to get acquainted with the digital technology and how best we can. And my appeal to the faculty is try to give such problems for the postgraduate studies that everywhere some inputs from digital technology will be included in that. And it is in this context the capacity building program to this kind of workshop will go a long way in improving our skills and necessary knowledge base. You see, technology has enabled us to capture any person sitting in any part of the globe. Just now we have listened to many people, and particularly I was very excited to listen to Mahendra sir. And it is in this context, I think, in days to come, we'll be organizing more and more this kind of events, and we'll make sure that our students will be always exposed to this kind of expertise and will come up with the advanced skills and knowledge of digital technology to complement their own field of specialization. With these words, once again, I appreciate the efforts being taken by organizing committee, my colleagues, or entire NAHEL, even other persons also. I'm very happy to note that they are getting seasoned to handle this kind of platform. They are so used to this kind of platform that with every passing month, I see a lot of improvement in their ability to organize this kind of event. Apart from giving opportunity to the young friends, this is an opportunity to improve ourselves as an organizer of this kind of events. With these words, once again, I thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your kind gesture. Now, I request for vote of thanks to Dr. K.K. Dakure, Organizing Secretary, International Workshop on Advanced Digital Technology for Agriculture Automation. Dr. K.K. Dakure, please.
Thank you, sir. What is graceful unique to our most valued chair in today's session, Dr. Honorable Dr. K.S. Dhawan, sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor. He has rightly mentioned that he has given the assignment to us to conduct the international workshop at the end of this month. Fortunately, unfortunately, we have to postpone this date 2 times, but still he has given the confidence you can do, the entire team can do, and we succeed to successfully finish this 3-day workshop. Thank you very much, sir, for your kind support and confidence on all his team. Then I extend my to the thanks to the Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. B. Mahendra. He is in Chicago. Still, we have more than 10 hours time difference, and he is very kind enough to address to this valuable session. You have given valuable suggestions, sir. Definitely, in coming years, you will mold such kind of your suggestions in our research program, and we will have new outcomes in our second types of control. Thank you very much for your presence and valuable suggestions to our young generation, young kids. Thank you very much, sir. Another our prestigious guest for today's function, Dr. Bimal Bhattacharya. He is my mentor, and still I remember 15, 17 years before I met him first time. Today, his simple personality and just having the trust for the science. On the only one call, he agreed to come here, but somehow he was not made possible to come here. but he has given very good lecture today, and he was a part of this our electricity. Thank you very much, sir. We will be associated with you in future collaborative mode. Thank you very much, sir. Another guest on the dais, Dr. Sir, he is the registrar of university. He is just behind all these figures because he is one of our 40 people and registrar of this university. And when we are discussing the topics, every time we are encouraged what kind of speakers we require to discuss type of event we are organizing. So I am very kind here, sir, to say thanks on behalf of our entire team and our NIAC team. Thank you very much, sir. Dr. Vikram Kodia, sir, yes, he is one of our senior faculty and associate principal of College of Engineering, and he is one of our team member of this NIAC project. Sir, whenever we are coming, we have different kind of suggestions for different type of event. We are very much thankful on behalf of our organization for guiding us time to time. Another our main motivator. Yes, study program was Dr. Gopal, he is dean of this university. So he has also given the technical suggestions and unfortunately due to some meetings he was not here, and thankful to our TA and dean sir, Dr. Gopal. Definitely, this event was not possible. We have the galaxy of speakers from the globally. And India, I thankful to the first speaker, Dr. Rahul Nigam, especially came from the space applications at Ahmedabad. Second personality from the University of Maryland, Dr. Raghu today. He also visited our campus. He has interaction with students. I'm very much thankful, Dr. Rahul Nigam, Raghu today, Dr. N. Jamaswamy from IIT Bombay, then Dr. Manoj Karchi from Washington State University, Pune. Dr. Aditya Singh from the University of Florida, then Dr. Vivek Singh from Vivek Sharma from University of Florida, then Dr. Uma Murli from ICSAT, Dr. Dev sir, AKJ sir, he has taken care especially for this event, came from the Kharagpur, and today he is with us. I am very much thankful, sir, for physically coming here. Then another he is a great person in sector, and we have a collaborative work with him. He was also here on online virtual mode. Dr. D.K. Bhattacharya and Dr. S.S. Sohan. These are our galaxy who have just given the one more personality, Dr. Parag Sudar. He was the only one person for the food technology, but he has delivered all the aspects of the food technology. So I am very much happy due to their presence, virtual and physical. You have conducted this 3-day workshop. Thank you very much, speakers. Then how can I forget our PI of the today for being a catalyst that stimulated us to go our best and standing as the speakers of today. With a deep sense of appreciation, I am thankful to my PI and all university authorities for this 3-day workshop and guiding me during the all 3-day workshop, how to conduct this 3-day workshop. An event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling weeks ago. It requires planning and third eye for details. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team, very proudly and dedicated 40 members. So all 40 members, without their support, cash support, I am not able to conduct this workshop. I will take the 2 days, Dr. Megha Jagtap Madam, Dr. Badori Pawar, Dr. Vinal Vinakshi Patil Madam, Dr. Smita Pawar Madam, Dr. Uza Madam. So all these members, they were here from day first to day last 15 days. I am very much thankful. They are getting seasoned with every passing day. Yes. Organize this kind of events. Yes, and how can we forget conduct this event because it is of personality, a beautiful voice while starting the program and closing the program. Dr. Veena Bhagwara madam, making this event. Yes, sir. So she knows at the time what is happening on the diet. After that, she can manage, and she is very kind to So one call she just whenever I second panel the mishaps also. Yes, yes. Very tactful. And that load was totally finished from my side because she was there. Second panel is like Dr. Vaishya sir, Dr. Chekar sir. They are all school committee members and then they have become very good for CJ. That's why all of us are here. Especially thanks to Shivraj Shinde, who has taken a lot of time to travel Ahmedabad and stay there here because our place is so much. So thank you very much. And yes, definitely our 9 team member, 8 team member. I will read the name of each and every engineer, Dr. Ravi Kumar Toloji, Dr. Kemal Kartaji, Dr. Aniket Vaikya, Dr. Avinash Kartaji, Dr. Hina Sulokhe, Dr. Shivraj Shinde, Engineer Shivanand Chukuje, Dr. Shweta Solanki, Farooq Kirkar Madam, Apura Deshmukh, Sanjeevani Karmade, Dr. Gopal Ne, Vishnu Pratap Jadhav, Engineer Tanzim Khan, Ramdas Shinde, Gupta Shinde, Pradeep Mokashi, Maruti Rane, Nankata Jadhav, Jagjeet Mane. Everyone has given more than 100%. That's why we have finished this task in short period. I'm thankful. And last but not least, I would also like to thank all participants for their kind attention and involvement during the workshop. And last, I will not forget those who have contributed in online mode also. Those are speakers and our delegates who have just listened, participated in this 3-day workshop. So once again, thanks to everyone. And I will take I think we have another session after that, photography session. So I will hand over the mic. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for very comprehensive development. Now, all virtual participants of the international workshop are humbly requested to start their videos so as to have a virtual photo. All the online mode participants of the workshop are requested. The delegates are already present. I am thankful to them. All the participants are requested. Now for the offline mode, the photo session is there. All participants are kindly requested for the group photo. They are requested to hold the certificate in their hand and stand at their respective seats so that we can have the photograph with the delegates from the dais. All the participants are requested to hold the certificate in their hand and stand at their places. After this photograph, we will again have one more photograph outside the auditorium hall, that is on the staircase. All the participants are requested to stand.
Yes. That will also do. Those who are the back seater, they can hold it. Yes, yes. Yes. Doesn't matter.
We will have a one photograph at a state place.
With the permission of chair, the declare that function is over. Thank you. All participants are requested to enter the certificate. Again, you will be distributed with your name. Distributed again. All of you please return the